Hello, Just Too Good here, back for the review, and today we're reviewing a LEGO Star Wars Rebels 2015 set. It's set number 75082. It's called the TIE Advanced Prototype. Has 355 pieces, 3 minifigures, and retails for $40 in the United States. I got this from Toys R Us's online site, and now let's take a look at the packaging. So here's the box for the set. Pretty cool design. It has a Disney logo though, which looks really out of place, but still pretty nice. And on the back, you can see it does have some really nice splash art to it, which has a very cartoony look, but shows all the play features and whatnot. And then you got the one instruction booklet, which does have some cool advertisements in it, like this minifigure checklist for 2015. You can see it even has the Azure Angel minifigures. So that's the first real good look we got at them close up. And so that's cool. And that's really it. There's not much any other ads or anything like that. And now let's take a look at the minifigures. And here is the Inquisitor minifigure. Such a well done minifigure. They actually used 3 new molds total to portray this minifigure. You got this little lightsaber connector in the middle, which you could just clip onto his hands like that. You can see how detailed that is. And it supports 2 lightsaber blades right there. And then they have his shoulder pads or his body armor right there. And then his helmet piece, which is completely new and very well done because it has this little visor in the middle that's kind of molded onto it. It's not like a separate piece. And we'll take a better look at that in a little bit. But I just kind of wanted to do a 360 view of him with his armor on. And we'll pop his helmet back on. You can see he has some side printing on his shoulders right there. And he has this little clip so you can hold his lightsaber on the back like that. And you got that side printing as well right there. So, just a better look at his helmet piece. The molding on this, as I said, is very complex because it has that visor just molded right into it. It's probably like 2 separate pieces in the factory, but they molded it or glued it into one piece before the production on each of these units were complete. So that's actually really, really cool. It also has this little marking right here, which maybe I would have preferred if it didn't have that. But it's probably really accurate to the TV show. It's probably like a symbol or whatnot. And you can see the inside of it right there. It's a very well done molding. And back to Inquisitor, of course, his face print is awesome too. He has a very menacing face. Only downside with that is that he only has one front facial printing and no back facial printing. But that's okay. And if you take off his head piece right here, you take off his visor part or his body armor, you can see the detail onto his torso print, which just looks great. It has some torso prints and he even has some leg printing and some back torso printing. So they went all out on this minifigure, and it is a huge draw and a reason on why to buy this set. And now let's get on to the next minifigure. So here is the Imperial Officer, and this version is the Rebels version, and he has a nice tan printing to him, or this kind of dark beigeish tan printing, which looks great, and I believe it's the first time we've gotten an Imperial Officer in that color. And you can see he does have that little blaster as an accessory. No back facial printing, and his back torso printing is right there, and that nice hat mold from I think 2014. So here is the TIE Pilot, and this version is new to 2015. It's a little bit like the 2014 version that I actually have from the event calendar, so we will be comparing the two in a short bit. But you can see the printing on his mask, and his little accessory is just a blaster, and then on the back he has some nice torso printing. And if you take off the mask, he does have that basic face that we've been seeing for a lot of these TIE pilots and whatnot, but no back facial printing. And if you compare him to the one from the event calendar, which is the only other TIE pilot I think I have, you can see they do have some variation. The mouth designs right there are different, and it looks like the torso may be a little bit different. Very, very slight differences, but it is different. But the faces are the same, so that's a pity, but hey, At least there's some new printing on the torso and the helmet. But there's no leg printing on this one that comes in this set, so that's a little bit disappointing. That's it for this one, and now on to the actual build itself. So the TIE Advance prototype has two modes. You got the landing mode, which is this mode that's shown right here, and the flight mode once you expand these wings just by pulling them out like that. The flight mode is a little less stable if you're putting it on a flat surface, and it's really just meant to be one that you swoosh around and whatnot. But it still looks very nice, and it looks very reminiscent of Vader's TIE Advanced, because of course it's a prototype of that. And here's a side view. You can see that there are a few stickers here and some nice printed pieces. You got a printed piece right here on this round 2x2 tile, but you got stickers right here on that top flap and then this side right here. Then on the side, or on the back, there's actually a holder for these missiles, which you might have not have seen from the front, but if we push this, they will actually go flying. So we'll show that play feature in a little bit, but I just want to finish this 360 view with the other side right here. And then back to the front. As I was saying, this flap right here, if you kind of push it to the side, it will make these two missiles on the front fly out. So we will try that because they do go really far and they do hit really hard. So yeah, that flew across the whole room. And then let's try it right here. Yeah, it's really powerful, and I actually like how that play feature came out. I think it's actually a very more, I guess, efficient way of flicking those missiles because you don't even have to push them or anything like that. All you have to do is pull that little lever to the side. So that came out really well, and we got this front area right here, which is a cockpit area, which has that nice printed piece that I believe is exclusive to this set. And you got the front area right there with the little control handle. Then you got the top area, which you could kind of slip a minifigure like the TIE Pilot. And I guess we'll put it back to landing mode because I kind of want to show inside there. And you can see there's really barely any space, but if you put a minifigure sitting down in there, maybe without his pistol or his blaster, you can see it just slides into there quite well. And it's very kind of snug. There's not much detail in there besides the little control stick right there. But it's a very kind of compact, but yet it fits the minifigure very well. That's what I'm trying to say. And for the rest of the design, there's actually two stickers on the top right here on those 2x2 tiles. And that's really it. I mean, it's a very simple design, but it's one that kind of represents a very iconic vehicle from the LEGO Star Wars, or, you know, Star Wars in general, because this looks a lot like Vader's TIE. And I think it came out pretty cool because we haven't gotten one. I think we haven't gotten a Vader's TIE since 2009. So it's nice to get that design coming back, or a design reminiscent of that, because this is a prototype version from the Rebels TV show. So people who watch that show will definitely flock out to buy this because it does seem to be a very prominent vehicle from there. And that's it. Very simple vehicle. I love how it came out, and now we'll go on to the final verdict. One last look, I guess, in landing mode on how this turned out. And now on to the final verdict. Overall, while I'm not a huge LEGO Star Wars fan and I'm just kind of getting into the theme, I have to say that this is actually a great way to start because it's been a while since we got kind of a Vader-style TIE fighter, and for the cheap price of $40, you get a pretty good deal here. It's not one of the best ones out there because the price per piece ratio isn't perfect, but the vehicle itself has some nice play features, has a very cool design to it, that kind of represents a very recognizable vehicle from the original trilogy, even though it's a different version of it from another kind of, you know, it's from the Rebels TV show. And the minifigure choices in here is pretty good because you get 3 exclusive new minifigures at the moment, at least, and you get the very awesome, very well done Inquisitor minifigure, which is definitely in my top 5 favorite minifigures of 2015 because he's just so well done. He has 3 new moldings on him for his helmet, his little shoulder pad piece, and his lightsaber hilt right there, it's his lightsaber kind of holder right there, which just looks fantastic. And then the printing on his face, his torso, and his legs, they really went all out with this minifigure. And it's for a good cause because he seems to be the big bad guy of Star Wars Rebels. And for the $40 price point, like I said, it is a pretty good deal. Wish there was maybe a little bit, maybe an additional build, like a landing pad or something. But I do like how you could put this in landing mode and flight mode. So I do rate this set a B+. I wish the price was a little bit better. But it's definitely a good starting set for people who want to get into Star Wars like me, and people who want the really kind of exclusive LEGO Inquisitor minifigure. He'll probably appear in a summer 2015 set, so I wouldn't get too attached to this if you're really not wanting to buy the set and you want the Inquisitor. But yeah, that's really it for now, and I'll see you guys later.